Welcome to the second installment of my Make Robotics Coaster Bot project. Tonight we're going to be trying to figure out ways of adhering CDs together, bonding them, glue, bolts, whatever it takes to get these things to stick. Fortunately, I work at a music company and we employ some people called musicologists. They listen to a lot of music, and since they listen to a lot of music, they produce a lot of coasters. And that's good for us because we're going to try a lot of different things to make these stick. We have sticky foam, hook and loop, super glue, red Loctite, blue Loctite, glue sticks, 3hem spray adhesive, 2-part epoxy, hot melt. We have a heat gun to try to melt them together, and we have your nuts and bolts. In order to measure force after we've assembled our CDs, I'm going to use this simple food scale. First up is the double-sided sticky tape, and I'm going to go ahead and press them together. And here's the test of the double-sided sticky tape. It's looking good so far. I'm pretty impressed. Next up we have hook and loop fastener. I put the female on one side and male on the other. This would be really handy if it worked, because it would make disassembly of the bot for repair a breeze. But I don't have a lot of faith in this one. Hook and loop fastener test, scale test. I'm going to say that passed. And next up we have cyanacrylate, or super glue. I have no idea if I pronounced that correctly. And I'm just going to do 2 drops here. Super glue or cyanacrylate. Next up we have a red Loctite. I've put 2 drops on the CD. After 24 hours, the red Loctite didn't work. And this is the blue Loctite in a red container. Go figure. This is designed to be removable, so I'm guessing it's not going to work as well as the red, but who knows? I've been surprised before. After 24 hours, blue Loctite didn't work. Next up is the glue stick. I couldn't really get it on very thick, so I smeared it around a little more than the others. This is glue stick number 1 after 24-hour drying. Scotch brand glue stick. It says it's permanent, and it was a lot chunkier than the previous one. This is glue stick number 2 test after 24-hour cure. 3M high strength 90 spray adhesive. This stuff can be really nasty, I've heard. Here we go. And it didn't come out where I expected. That sucked. 3M spray adhesive. That is some weird stuff. Bubbling. I don't know if you can see it with the light. This is 3M 90 adhesive test after 24-hour cure. Media failure. Perhaps the adhesive weakened the CD. The epoxy. This is some smelly stuff, but I bet it's going to work pretty well. If I can get it to come out. Epoxy out finally, and I'm applying the CD. This stuff is nasty. Here's the 2-part epoxy mixture after 24-hour cure. It normally takes 5, but I figured I'd give it 24 hours like everybody else, to be fair. I'd call that success. All-purpose clear glue stick by Arrow. And this stuff seems to be stickier than your normal hot melt. It seems like it has a little bit of some sort of glue to it. Whoa! Reminder to myself when I do this again. It gets hot.
What?
Apparently CD media is an effective heat transfer. Wonder if I could use that as a heat sink for my voltage regulator. Here's the hot melt after a 24-hour cure. Why not? I think we can probably call that a success. Okay, and what's probably going to turn out to be an incredibly terrible idea, I'm going to try melting two of them together. Here we go. Surprisingly, that didn't make any smoke, and it just smells like new electronics. So not so terrible. Okay, I didn't expect this to work at all, but at least a partial success so far. And melted CDs. Oh. Well, it worked, but it made it a little brittle. Next up, we're going to try drilling. Alright, I'm going to use these standoffs because they could be handy for mounting things to the CDs. When I drilled, some of the material came out the back and kind of fused on there. Also, it's pretty tight. I'm going to have to use a screwdriver to actually get these to go in. Since weight might be an issue, I'm actually going to try this with just one screw and no nut. It kind of self-tapped its way in there, so maybe that'll be strong enough. And here's the test. Mechanical binding, one screw, no nut. I was afraid it might crack around the screw point, but there's a lot of pressure on that. It's not tearing through. Our champions. We had two-sided sticky foam, worked pretty well. Velcro, removable, that's a plus. Epoxy, stunk, but worked. Hot melt, that worked as well, although I almost burned my fingers. Super glue, that worked great. And a screw. Now the screw and the Velcro are both removable. So I might start my project with the screw, and then once I'm finalized, which, yeah, like that ever happens with robotics, I'll go ahead and add maybe one of the other methods